prepared. So you should be prepared to enjoy this game.
I'm Rachel, this is Amanda. We are from the Deck Box, and we're going to be opening up some Lorcana stuff today. Oh my goodness, we're doing so good about the end here. I got... I was wondering if we were... So Lorcana goes on sale tomorrow, which is August 18th. And we're very excited. Amanda and I have been looking at all the cards. I have like 2 decks made. I don't want to know how many Amanda has made.
Just a few.
We're going to be opening 18 boxes today, seeing kind of what fun stuff we open up. And yeah, I think that's gameplay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see some of the fancy arts.
All right. So each box is like 24 packs in it. If you flip it over, it's actually got a tear tab. Yeah,
I like that.
So we're gonna start.
Rips.
And then when I do something wrong, tech support is going to come yell at me. I'm going to win.
You're going to win?
It's a race, clearly. It's only a race because I'm winning. Okay.
I'm so nervous.
So we got in Archimedes, Tinkerbell, Merlin, Gaston.
I'm struggling.
We have Prince Eric. Wow, you're not even through that yet. I got a Befuddled. I have Stitch. I love Stitch. I love Stitch.
Is that the dog one?
No, it's not.
No.
It's not my favorite Stitch.
I got Tinkerbell.
And we got here in a foil one. Okay, so the foil's kind of. I like the foil on it.
Yeah.
The foil's a nice one. So Goons, which I played Josh in some proxy games, and Josh kept saying funny things about Goons, and
I mean,
it's rare Josh says funny
funny
things.
Ooh.
Looks like this is a puzzle piece. We're gonna put that there.
Oh, interesting. I got Tinkerbell and Merlin. That's a tag team I'd love to see. Mr. Smee. Elsa. Ooh. Cerberus. Cerberus looks like a lot of fun. Just because it's a giant doggo.
I like doggos.
Captain Reflection.
Alright, Flynn Rider I think is fun. I think Flynn Rider's good. Yeah.
And I think he's underrated, to be quite honest. I think Flynn Rider is going to be one of those cards that you're going to play him, and when you play him in the right moment, you're going to realize, wow, this does a lot of good stuff.
So read him. What does he do?
So Flynn Rider... Whenever this character is challenged, the challenging player chooses and discarded a card. So he can quest for 2, which is pretty good quest to get 2 lore. But then you want to challenge him because he does a lot of questing, but when you challenge him, you have to discard a card. And there's not a lot of card draw already in this game.
There isn't. The cool thing about green is green likes to be challenged.
Yeah, it's really kind of neat. Ooh, look at this.
I like Ariel. Oh, that's an Ariel I like.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got an Elsa here. I like Elsa. I'm making princesses, so I'm upset Elsa's not a princess, but I guess I'm gonna have to live with it.
She's a queen.
I like Aurora. This is a pretty Aurora. I like Aurora. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. This is my favorite Stitch. We're just gonna stop here
Yeah.
because I'm sold. This is my favorite Stitch
Why
because
is he
he's
your
a
favorite?
dog. It stops at that. It's because he's a dog.
That's it?
Yeah,
So do you like Cerberus then? Because Cerberus is a dog?
Yes.
Okay, I like the logic.
Okay, I like so I like the princesses because they all have a good amount of lore. This is a smaller Aurora though, so it's not the one I'm excited about, but it's
the one that's good, so you can like phase it onto her. Like
yes.
you take the big Aurora and
the
phase
bigger
it
one,
onto.
And it's shift.
Shift.
Okay, this is one. I think Josh liked this Simba. I think when we played, this was one of Josh's cards as a Simba. Josh really liked when we played that, like the real big numbers there, and the Simba that got his 3 lore. That's when he liked it like that. Mm-hmm. The real big power and strength and willpower is good here. And
he's one of the starter deck kind of champions there, so that's really nice.
Okay, so. Love Hades.
Yep.
I love that when Hades comes into play, you can return a character card from your discard to your hand, which is really nice because it feels less bad sacrificing or getting creatures, I was going to say knocked out, but that's not banished.
Yep.
When you know you can bring them back. So I also have a villains deck I want to build. So.
It allows you to also be aggressive with the questing for lore, because even if you get challenged and banished, you can still bring them back with Hades.
Yeah. Yes.
Another Stitch. The Rockstar Stitch.
Where'd my foils go? There they are.
Ooh, the Duke of Wesselton. Maleficent. Not the same image that's on the playmat, but still cool. Mouse. Oh, Minnie Mouse, sorry. Princess. Who is actually a princess. You can play her in Princess Tribal.
She didn't make my cuts, but I do like her. I do like her, but there were bigger princesses, and I went for the big princesses that could survive a couple of attacks.
I mean, that is fair.
Challenges, not attacks. Challenges.
That's fair. Jetsam and his partner is actually kind of cool to work together. They give each other, one gives evasive, one gives the other keyword that Flotsam has.
Songs are cool. Songs you can get characters to sing, so you exert them, and they get to sing them for you. This is one of my favorite songs because it says draw 2 cards, and I love it.
Reflection's also a really nice one, because although you don't get to draw off of it, you get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck and reorder them so that you can know what's coming.
This is one of my favorite cards. I do like that you can unexert something, ready something, because then you can save them. It's true, yeah. It's one of my favorite cards.
Or you can allow them to then sing a song.
Yes, it's totally one of my favorite cards.
Grandma Tala, I think, is another thing that we should talk
yeah.
about. So, Grandma Tala costs 2. She's a 1/1, and she quests for 1. Yes. When Grandma Tala is banished, you may put her face down in your inkwell. So it allows blue to get this ramp to where if somebody, you can purposely go to challenge an opponent with her, just so that you can get ramp, which is really nice.
Yeah, no, anything that she does multiple things. Yeah. When you play her, she'll do multiple things, which is great. I opened your play mat there.
It's beautiful. I like Steamboat. Ooh.
So the coconuts is great.
Consider the coconuts.
Glad I opened that one first. Whenever you play a character, you may remove it to 2 damage from a chosen character. That is great. Damage sticks around, so anything that heals is good. So the coconuts is good.
Absolutely.
Prince Philip, I love Prince Philip. If he gets banished, he banishes whatever banished him. And that's nice when he's only a 3/3. He does an alright amount of damage, but like if you go up against a steel deck that's got a lot bigger numbers, he can take things with it. There's the Maleficent from I opened both playmat ones.
Ooh, look at you.
Look at me go.
The art is so nice. Like it definitely brings it to life. A lot more than just kind of looking at it like through a screen or on the app. And
I like the foils.
Really struggling.
Really, yeah. I like the foils. The foils are different than other TCGs. And I really like the foil process.
It's a softer foil, but it looks really elegant.
She made my princess deck.
Of course.
She did, yeah.
That's Rapunzel.
I'm doing red, white princesses. She made my prince. I like Aladdin.
Yeah. I really want to do Aladdin Tribal.
I just love this, like...
Cusco? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Aladdin Tribal, I think, would be... Ooh, Friends on the Other Side is a
Friends
song
on the Other Side.
You get to draw too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
No, yeah.
So good.
Yeah. One jump, that's a good one. And then a one jump and Aladdin, I mean, they go together. Look.
It is. Together. Hey, Rachel. Would you like to build a snowman?
I would love to build a snowman. No, actually, you know what? Given the heat and humidity, I'd love to build a snowman.
Oh, and then there's Flotsam. I opened up Jetsam and Flotsam. Ooh, a foil Donald Duck.
Okay, you like Develop Your Brain. Why do you like Develop Your Brain?
I really like Develop Your Brain. I had a weird knack for always somehow getting it on turn 1. Because it allows you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, and then you can draw one, put one in your hand, and put the other at the bottom of your deck. So it allows you to kind of look what's coming, and if you use it after a couple of turns where you know what your opponent might be playing, it allows you to cycle out what I want and what you don't want.
Open up a big Elsa there. She costs 8, but she's a 4/6. She gets you 3 lore, which is awesome. And she exerts creatures. I like the Elsa. I will also say that this Moana has made my deck too.
It's beautiful.
I don't have a pile for that one yet. Okay.
I don't know. What, are you doing piles?
I'm being nice to Anna and I'm doing piles.
Oh, I didn't know what piles.
You don't have to. It's fine.
I was just throwing out things I like. This is what I like. This is what I don't like yet, which is, as you can see, nothing.
I like the idea of Tangle, but there's a lot of creatures that. So the idea of Tangle, each opponent loses 1 lore. There's creatures in it that will do that too, and it's nice to have something that sticks around afterwards. They're doing 2 things. So.
100%. What is the one creature that when you play him?
Aladdin.
Is it
Rapunzel? I think there's.
Yes, the one that I literally just put aside. Each opponent loses 1 lore.
Okay, this card is going to be an awful jerk type card, which is just going to be great, and I think it should go in any deck that is playing Amber. Each opponent chooses and discards 2 cards. There's so little card draw on this that you're often working with just like a couple cards, and like playing this is going to get rid of all your opponent's options, which that's going to be one that you hate seeing your opponent play.
Even if it's not like, oh, that's the one card I needed, even if just like, I don't know what I'm going to draw next turn.
No, exactly. Now. That should go in every deck that plays those colors.
There's a Pongo for your dog collection.
I do like Maybe I'll make a dog deck. Oh, look, we made Mickey. There we go.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I like that. Brave little Taylor. Freeze. You get to exert a opposing character.
There's Tinkerbell, James loves Tinkerbell.
Nice. Yes.
Oh,
That's
Three
the
Lore,
one.
that's
Yep.
good. That's not the one that Josh was talking about, but Three Lore, that's pretty good. I do like the Abu. I mean, yeah.
Boo's great.
Abu's good.
Ransack, draw 2 cards, then choose and discard 2 cards. It allows you to draw and cycle what you do or don't need, which is also, I think, really good for having, like, Steel, having that kind of, like, draw ability. There's another Stitch that we like.
Okay, so the Dr. Facilier, this is a good Dr. Facilier.
Yeah.
He does cost 7. He is a 4/5, which is decently powerful, decently tough. The thing that is really cool about him, though, is essentially now when anything dies on your side, you just get to put it back in your hand.
Yeah.
So that is an awesome card to play.
I feel like him and Hades might work out.
Together. He is in my Hades deck.
Yeah.
Or my first draft.
East is mine. Giving a character Reckless, which means that they can't quest and they must challenge if able to, is really nice as well to allow you to force your opponent into a challenge state.
So whenever Amanda and I were playing this before, the problem became the distraction at the table with playing a card that just breaks you into song. So it kind of almost feels like a Disney movie when you're playing because you just randomly break into song.
You know, I'm not gonna say it. I won't say that I'm in love. It's just no chance. No way. It's too cliche.
I haven't watched enough Disney movies yet to get all the lines. I gotta go watch more Disney movies so I can get all those lines that you're saying.
How dare? Like, that is just... Tinkerbell is so fun. Love Tinkerbell. I think the big Tinkerbell is gonna be...
I like the big Tinkerbell.
Super powerful. The alternate arts, like the full art, looks amazing. Look, there's Maui. Maui's on one of the other play mats that you can also get as well.
Poison Apple is pretty cool. So it's banish this item, exert a creature. If it's a princess, you banish her instead.
Yeah.
I like the flavor of that, of the Poison Apple banishes the princess. There's also some pretty powerful princesses that specific cards that target princesses. I can imagine working. I don't have it in any of my decks, but I can imagine.
No, I think we did a count of there was more villains and princesses.
There's more villains and princesses. Yeah.
It's interesting, but I like the Poison Apple where it does something regardless of who you're playing against. But if they so happen to be a princess,
you get a little bit of extra.
It's a little bit.
There's
extra.
another Hades. I like the Hades.
Stolen Scimitar works really well with like Aladdin Tribal. The fact that you can just have like an Aladdin Tribal deck is just super fun.
There's my
doggy
dog.
Stitch. Archimedes. One of my favorite Disney movies.
Which one's he from?
The Sword in the Stone.
It's been a while since I've seen the Sword in the Stone. There's the Tinkerbell.
Fire the Cannons with Hook allows you to bring Fire the Cannons back when you play the specific Hook card, which does 2 damage to chosen characters. So you get to do a bunch of damage over and over.
Yeah. No, there's the big Tinkerbell that you.
That's the
big
one.
Tinkerbell.
Literally, she's giant fairy.
She's giant fairy. Zeus. Oh, I like the foily with the Zeus there.
Ooh, yeah.
He's fun.
The Shell Necklace. This one, I think, again, if you are playing Amber, it's almost a must if you have songs. Whenever you play a song, you may pay 1 to draw a card. You don't have to exert this card to do it. So if you play song after song, you can just keep paying 1 to draw cards. And I did like a song tribal, Princess Tribal, and it did really well.
I think this Ariel is interesting. She's one of the few cards, creatures that can't sing, which like thematically I think makes sense because she lost her voice. Mm-hmm. But she does have a good amount of strength and willpower, and she does get you 2 lore, so it does kind of So I like her. And I think 2 Ariels.
Ooh, and I think having those kind of sacrifices of like, oh, she can't sing because it's thematic. I like that. You know, it shows that this game has, I'd say, have characters. It has a lot of characters.
Vicious Betrayal. I just keep tossing stuff. We're gonna have to.
I was trying to do like a little neat pile.
I wasn't. I'm piling this stuff.
Gaston.
Again, like seeing the 3 lore is. Originally, when the spoilers were coming out, I was thinking, there's not going to be a lot with 3 lore, but there's actually a lot.
Quite a bit,
lore.
And granted that you need 20 to win, and there's not a lot to take away from it. 3 a turn is pretty.
This is the vicious card. Banish all creatures.
Yep,
that's a vicious card.
I Eye of the Fates.
I like that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am playing around with a Tamatoa style deck and having Eye of the Fates, which allows you can exert Eye of the Fates and chosen character gets +1 lore this turn when they quest. That's really powerful.
There's another little Rapunzel's, and so I like anything that lets you exert opposing creatures as well, because it makes it so that you, if somebody's trying to save all their lore creatures, and then just turn them all aside, I was going to say tap, exert them all at the same time to gain a bunch of lore, it does let you start to target them down, which I think will be very good for the color that plays that.
Let It Go. Let It Go is a song, and it is a removal song. Just let it go. Have no worries for the rest of your days and let it go.
And it is a they get something for that, right? Yeah. So you get to remove something, but you turn it into ink. So at least you get something out of it from the other creature's perspective. 3. That's always good as a 3 lore one there for Maleficent.
Ooh, yes. Sudden chill.
So what's your deck look like?
I'm playing blue steel. It is a bit of a item type deck. So I've got like Tamatoa, I've got the Big Bell, which is just beautiful. And I do a lot of kind of like items with it. And I'm just working up to either get Big Bell and quest for 10, quest for 5. Or I get Tamatoa out and quest for, I think at one point I could quest for 12 with Tamatoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I like anything that can heal. Also going to be good.
Yeah.
So so healing stuff. Hold on to that.
Yeah.
So like that Cinderella. Remove 3 damage from a princess. That'll be a good card, I think.
One of the other cool things is
there's a foil stitch.
But it's not the doggy stitch, is it?
It is the doggy stitch.
Oh,
New dog foil stitch.
Aww. Something I really like about this is that it doesn't feel like it's good versus bad, princess versus villain. So, like, Jasper, we can all agree, is not necessarily the good guy. But he's not coded, like, it's not a villain, it's an ally. Because he's an ally to the villain.
I also like that in this game, I mean, there are some colors that there are, like, no princesses in.
Yep.
There's some colors that there's no villains in. But I like that it's pretty loosey-goosey otherwise. That they're in kind of every color.
Magic Golden Flower. Item, you can play it, kind of leave on your board until you need it, and then you banish it to remove up to 3 damage counters from chosen character. I think that's really good. For a 1-drop card, have it there when needed. That is, I think, a good staple to have. Dr. Facilier is Aurora. So there's the Sword of Truth that you were playing around with.
I do like... Yeah. So I don't like the Sword of Truth as much as I like the Shield. The Shield... Like, the Sword of Truth is decent, but, like, the Shield... I love the Shield.
But you have to have the Sword and the Shield, don't you?
If I want to complete Prince Philip, yes.
Just build him up.
I like this one. Ursula's Cauldron. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Put one on the top of the deck and the other at the bottom. It lets you kind of filter through your cards, which is always nice. There's a Surf and Stitch. I like Surf and Stitch, too.
Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan. Has Rush. It's really nice. Rush is cool. Rush is a nice way that they can challenge the turn that they're played. So it is a May ability. So if you play a character with Rush, you don't have to challenge with them. But it also allows you to have that. So if your opponent isn't expecting that, and they're like, oh, you don't have any creatures on the board. I'm going to quest with this because, like, you can't challenge me. And you're like, haha, you thought.
Yeah. No, I do like Rush for that reason. I like the Cheshire Cat. It's got like a 0 as far as its strength goes, but it gets to banish things, and I like that. You know, it might not be tough, but it's tricksy. I like this Space Age lady. She's cute.
I've seen that one.
She doesn't have any ability. She's just cute. Look at her. She's having the time of her life in a spacesuit.
I love it.
I put them in the wrong order. Oops, I'm sorry.
What? How are you ordering them?
By a symbol at the bottom. That's what the rarity is.
That's fair.
Now I'm messing it up. Now I'm thinking too much about it.
I'm just having fun here. I'm just going through cards and...
Oh, wow. I'm through my first box almost already. I am winning.
Yeah, you are winning. Oh, look, it's the wardrobe.
I like this mini. She's not a princess. For the other mini being a princess, it's not consistent. It doesn't seem either with like if they're always going to be a princess or not.
Steal from the Rich is a card that I don't know how I feel about it just yet. Whenever one of your characters quests this turn, each opponent loses 1 lore.
I don't mind that.
it is.
I think I like that.
Expensive, like it is 5 cost, and it's an action, so it doesn't kind of stay. It's not a static ability.
If you're gonna play it on the right turn, it'd be good. So this is my favorite card.
Okay.
Just like a 1-drop.
Yep.
With 2 lore.
Yeah.
That's super annoying to get rid of. It is my favorite card. She's my favorite card.
She's easy to banish though.
She is easy to banish, but she's still like, she could put some early game pressure on. There's a Maleficent in purple, Amethyst, that does the same thing.
Ooh, develop your brain. Such a staple for me.
Do you like the eyeballs?
Yeah. I like the thimble on Tinkerbell because a little Peter Pan
Hold
fact
it up so
that not.
There's the camera's right there.
Oh, a little known fact about Peter Pan that most people don't know is in the movies when Peter Pan goes to give a kiss, he gives a thimble.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I'm on box 2. I'm winning.
I didn't think it was a competition.
It's only a competition when I'm winning. Okay, I'm going to assume we're back on. Okay, so we opened 2 boxes. Then we had to cut for tech stuff. Then we opened all of the boxes, and this is all of the packs we have here that we're going to be opening for Lorcana here. So we're going to jump in and start again.
I won't know what to say.
Oh yeah, there is no Maleficent on your side there.
Nope.
Okay, now I'm struggling. Okay.
Just let it go. It's okay.
I was also given a garbage can because I was told I was making too much of a mess. I like Hee Hee. You like Hee Hee? I like
Hey.
Hey Hey.
You haven't seen the movie yet, so I'll let you slide that one.
What movie is he from?
Moana.
No, I haven't seen one.
I know.
Yeah.
We gotta go do that.
And I like the Ariel.
Captain Hook. I like Captain Hook a lot. I want to build a Captain Hook deck just because Captain Hook.
Okay, there was clearly logic in that. Sure, yeah.
You want to build a princess deck because princesses.
I want to build a princess deck because they're strong.
What? And
princesses. No, you're right.
What decks do you want to build?
Okay, so this is actually just what I was gonna say. So I have a Moana Mulan deck. So it's like the
Mulana?
Mulana.
Ooh.
It is amber and oh my goodness, white. No, that is amber. Ruby.
I was like, there's no white. What
Amber
are you
and
talking
Ruby.
about? Okay.
And the idea is that Moana untaps all the princesses and Mulan just smacks for a whole bunch. And then I like her.
You have the defense princess and the attack princess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends on the other side is great. This is, I think, the 4th one we've opened so far, which is good. There's a full play set, which is good. So that's one deck I built. The other one I built is purple. Amethyst, Amber, Villains, with kind of like the Hades, Maleficent type of thing.
Ooh, yes.
I put Ursula in that one.
Ooh. Chief Tui. I totally mispronounced that. I've seen the movie, so I don't have an excuse.
Okay. I like this Jasmine, and it's a foily one. So the Jasmine's a little bit of a bigger princess, so she's got 5. Shift, which is cool. She turns from a smaller Jasmine into a bigger Jasmine. And then when you play this character, she quests, you can remove 2 damage counters from each of your characters. I mean, she heals everyone.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Maurice. I really like Maurice.
Remember?
He is in my deck.
Higher.
Okay. He is in my...
you got longer arms. You can go all the way up.
What is my... what is blue? Sapphire.
Sapphire.
I like him. What does he do again? Whenever this character quests, you may pay 2 lore less for the next item you play this turn. So he's in my Tamatoa item bell deck. That's...
You like the items.
I do.
Yeah,
I really do.
I like the aggressive princesses.
Yeah. Same energy.
Fair.
Yeah, you know.
Alright, I like Dragonfire. I like that you can banish a character. That's always nice.
I got 2 of your favorite songs next to each other.
Really?
Part of Your World and A Whole New World. I was actually thinking about how similar those 2 songs are.
Actually, and when you say them next to each other, they're both world songs.
Yeah.
There's a shiny Gaston.
Ooh.
Gaston's got to be one of my favorite villains, I think. I think he's my favorite villain. I like Gaston.
So say, are you questioning he's a villain or are you questioning he's your favorite?
I'm questioning if he's a villain because I like him that much.
Okay.
So the Jetsam and Floatsam that we were talking about before, they kind of work with each other. So you can see there that which one is this one? Jetsam. So he gives Floatsam evasive, and Floatsam does something else for Jetsam. I can't remember what he does.
One's evasive, one's rush.
One's rush, I think. Yeah. So they both kind of do something for each other, which is nice.
Plasma Blaster is another cool item as well. You can exert it and pay 2 to deal 1 damage to a chosen character. So if you are challenging and you just need kind of like one more hit off of it, it is there. And I like the idea of items because you can play them when you don't have much else to play and they're on the board.
I like the idea of the items that stick around. The banishing item ones, I like slightly less. There's some really good ones in there, but I like the items that stick around. You can use them each turn.
Yeah.
There's a foily Sneash. Anything that's snow right now sounds good because of how hot and humid it's been.
Musketeers, I think Musketeer and like bodyguard like tribal-esque is going to be really fun too as well.
Okay, so talk about bodyguard because I agree. I like the idea of bodyguard.
So the idea of bodyguard is that the character may enter play exerted. An opposing character who challenges one of your characters must choose one with bodyguard if able. So when you play a character with it, you can choose to have them exerted, which means that on your opponent's next turn, they have to choose to challenge a character with bodyguard, which means they can choose to challenge you. So it's kind of like a bait and switch.
We talked about the scimitar too, right? I'll hold it up higher because I know we weren't last time. Scimitar, chosen creature gets +1 strength this turn. If it's Aladdin, it gets +2 strength this turn.
Yeah.
I do really like that a lot of the items and stuff are giving extra bonuses if you're actually using it in like context the movies. I like that.
Oh, 100%. That just makes sense.
Here's the Aurora, the kind of bigger Aurora that I like there. So that she's got shift, which means you can make a smaller Aurora into this Aurora. And then other creatures gain ward. So ward is the opponents can't choose them except to challenge, which means that things can still be challenged, but you can't kind of, your opponent can't exert them for you, which is pretty cool.
I've also noticed, kind of through playtesting a bit, that sometimes it makes sense to shift, and sometimes it makes sense to just fully cast.
So I have only ever just fully cast, but mainly that's because I'm looking at, by the time I would shift them, I want all of the lore anyways.
Right, yeah.
So I have not, I like the shift mechanic, but I have found that when it comes down to it, just like I like the sing mechanic, but I haven't actually used anybody to sing. Maybe that's because I've been playing too many other TCGs where that's not an option.
That's fair. And I think the thing about this is because there's no dedicated resource card, it's all about picking and choosing your battles. And so game to game, you might choose to. Oh, that is beautiful.
It's a shiny one. I know you might not be able to see it there, but that is it's got reckless. It's really big, like an 8/6, really big, and it's got reckless, which means that it's got to attack each turn, if able, which is, I mean, for like the red and green, I think that's good.
Look at Tamatoa. You know, this is the Drabbleder crab. Although he wasn't always a Drabbleder crab, he eventually becomes shiny. Spoiler alert.
I'm not going to talk about this Hook's abilities. I'm just going to say he looks like he's having the time of his life.
Is that the happy thought ones?
Yeah, he's just having the time of his life.
And that's like the kind of like, you know, what if Captain Hook learned to...
Three rares and pack.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Lion King stuff here. So do you think theme decks is going to be something that people are going to try and build? Like, this is my favorite movie, therefore I want to build essentially the movie deck.
Yes.
Okay, good.
That seems like a silly question. Yeah, that's
because that's what I want to do.
Okay, so we're going to talk about her. I'm going to have to read her, but I'm going to hold her up here for a second. All right, so Belle. You get to turn an additional card essentially into ink each turn, and then when you have 10 or more cards in your ink wheel, she gets +4 lore. So she's already got 1 lore, which means she's got 5 lore, which means you turn her sideways 4 times, and she just wins you the game on her own. I like her.
With that one, same with there is the item card has slipped my mind, but you can play an extra card for lore this turn. It doesn't have to be an inkable card. There's an item that says any card. Yeah. So it allows you to kind of get that ramp going. Which is super interesting.
Which one's that one again? I think that is super rare. I think I might be wrong on that, but there's 2 of them, which is pretty cool in one pack.
Gravitella! Honestly, she is a staple in any blue deck. Blue really likes ramp and to get things done faster, so... Well, there's a foil goon.
I think my first pack was a foil goon.
I love that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be goony, be foily. That's what I'm taking away.
Sure, that's exactly what you should take away from it.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite Disney movie?
Yeah.
I really like Aladdin.
Yeah.
I really like Little Mermaid. I think those might be my favorites. But like my favorite Disney prince is Prince Philip.
Okay. You can have different parameters.
And it might only be because I now think of him as the Dragon Slayer, and it might simply be because of that.
Peter Pan. The Never Landing Peter Pan. I just like him. Peter Pan's one of my favorite, I think is my favorite movie. I've seen all of the different kind of like incarnations, if you will, of him. Peter Pan's up there for me. Sword in the Stone is also one of my favorite movies, and I would say my other one is Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
When Josh and I went to go see Beauty and the Beast, he was nice enough to take me to Beauty and the Beast. I sat there and I sang everything.
Of course.
Oh, look, there's a foil Gravitella. Look, her.
It's very fancy. Yeah. I got my Belle dress.
I still have to go buy my costume. I'm behind on that one.
It's okay. I'll have my second costume by the time you're ready.
Wow. You have your second costume before my first.
Yeah.
It's the coconuts. I'll hold that on up too since we didn't last time. Coconuts are pretty awesome. I see you want to say it, and I'm not going to let you say it. But the coconuts are pretty good because they stick around, and every turn where you play essentially a character, they heal from something. And when Josh and I were playing the proxy games, he had like 3 of them out. And I just couldn't. If I did not one-shot something, it was going to get healed next turn.
So Josh considered the coconuts.
I guess Josh did consider the coconuts there.
One of my favorite things that I saw when this the game was like, I guess, first announced.
Oh my goodness, he's my favorite.
Yeah. So this is Hades. He is King of Olympus. He is Floodborn.
So I'm so mad that you opened him, not me, because
Would you like to talk about it?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
So he's super cool because it's like the whole like, what if Hades did become King of Olympus? What if, Zeus was dethroned and he had his rightful place up there?
I think that is cool about this. So there's a couple different types of creatures. There is Storyborn, then there is Dreamborn. So the Dreamborn's like the what if, and I do like that. But like Hades gets you extra lore for each villain you have in place. If you've got a boatload of villains out on the field, he just gets you a whole bunch of lore. I do want to talk about this Ursula. Is the big Ursula there?
Ooh.
So 8, as far as her willpower goes, is pretty good. And also, when you play this character, each opponent loses 1 lore. Then you get to draw a card for each lore lost this way. So like multiplayer games, which they've talked about, I think that she might be pretty cool in.
Here is Big Tinkerbell. And I do quite literally mean Big Tinkerbell because she is giant fairy. This is the Floodborn that we were kind of talking about, where it is the what if and you can kind of shift, which I think is super cool because the story of this game is that you are an Illuminaire and you're trying to collect these lores and these ink trails so that you can continue writing these stories, and part of being able to write a story is changing up a little bit.
That's my favorite Lilo again. I need to open 4 of her.
I've opened a few.
Sweet. Okay, this is the Mulan my deck's built around. Or one of the 2 cards, I guess, it's built around. So Mulan, lead by example. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, your other characters get +1 lore. So like the idea is you have a whole bunch of princesses out, you use her to attack and banish something, and then all of your princesses get 1 extra lore, and then you turn all the other princesses sideways, and then you quest with Moana, and everybody turns back. Anyways.
Foil coconuts?
I got what I think is a good strategy. More coconuts? Foil coconuts.
Foil coconuts. No, I mean, I did get Let It Go, which I didn't realize was like I don't know the top rarity. What are we calling the red rarity? The triangle?
So that's not the top rarity because I have a lot of them.
Well then, okay.
The top rarity I think is the gold one.
Oh, that's
right. One that I have the least of. That's what I'm going on.
Okay.
So the red triangle is the regular rare. I think that the silver diamond looking one is the super rare, and then the legendary is the gold one.
And then the alternate art ones, I think, is a different symbol.
We haven't opened any of those.
I know, we're working on it. Flynn Rider. I do think he's going to be very interesting. I was playing against Tyler and he was using them. And I feel like he had 2 or 3 out in one game. And I was like, I can't do anything. Like, this is...
Oh, I opened Flynn Rider too. Here we go.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, I was told to not hold all the cards up. I'll just hold the one card up.
I got 3 what are these? 3 red triangles in one pack. I got Dr. Facilier, who is a foil. I got a Zeus, who is technically the King of Olympus, unless if you want to play the Hades, that is King of Olympus.
Which I do.
Yes, and then be prepared. So you should be prepared to enjoy this game.
I volunteered to do this with you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Alright, this lantern, I think it's an amazing card, and this is a foil lantern, which is much better. So you get to tap it. No, not tap it. You get to exert it. And you pay 1 less for the next character you play. So it's it's awesome, and I want 4 of those too.
It's kind of like ramp, but like the other way.
Yeah, well, it's mana rocks is what I think you would call them. Yeah,
it's the other ramp. Stairs. Mr. Smee. Loyal first mate. I don't know. I guess he was loyal, but in the movie he did try to run away from Captain Hook a few times. I don't know if you'd call him. One jump ahead.
Hold on.
One jump ahead is another song, which is honestly, I still think it is a staple for me. Put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down inserted. I liked it. I played around with it a lot. I didn't like the fact that you couldn't choose what card you put in your inkwell, nor did you actually know. So each turn when you go to put a card in your inkwell, you show it so that you have to make sure that you actually ink an inkable card. But with one jump ahead, you don't actually get to see what it is. Therefore, you don't know if your bomb went in there. You don't know if the card that you're looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for half the time.
I do like the one jump, but I would agree that the risk of I need that card, but I mean, that's part of the risk of it, so.
That is. You gotta, New dog! Stitch!
So, we've opened a good amount of stitches, yeah?
Can I steal cards from you?
Yeah. Are we still filming? Do I have to behave?
We're still filming.
Okay,
you
sweet.
have to behave. My hand's coming.
Captain Hook! Ooh, Maleficent. Yeah, thinking a happy thought. I love him. I believe that Captain Hook deserves to have happy thoughts.
Okay.
Hot take, I guess.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I could have just passed them all to you at once. I apologize. I made that unnecessary. Okay, so Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Talk about Bodyguard.
Bodyguard, you have to... Is that the one you have to attack?
Yeah, so Bodyguard pretty much says if that creature's exerted, anything that attacks must attack that until it is banished.
Challenge, I guess,
Challenge, yeah. Which I liked. I wanted to put a bunch of Bodyguard cards into my Princess deck to kind of save them. Mm-hmm. And I do like the Bodyguard mechanic.
Speaking of Bodyguard, Maximus has this cool ability. He has Bodyguard, but he also has Support. And Support allows you that when this character quests, you may add their strength to another chosen character's strength this turn.
I do like that.
Yeah, and I like the combination.
Actually, yes, because they quest, they gain you lore, and now they're turned sideways, so that something has to attack the next turn, but no, I do like that.
Because Bodyguard is really just there to be a big body to swing into, so you don't necessarily need them to have their attacks, and allowing them to support, because you're going to challenge with them anyways.
So here's another one of those draw card mechanics, which is good in this game. There are any cards that draw cards are definitely going to be very useful. So this is the Musketeer Tabard. Whenever one of your characters with Bodyguard is banished, so if you're playing a bunch of Bodyguard characters, you can draw a card. So that's always nice. There's a foil Rapunzel. I love her. Ooh. I wonder how many Mickeys we're gonna have by the end of this. Mickey's getting messy.
I honestly haven't been putting mine over there because we can't reach.
Oh, so. Okay. Are they over there for Anna to sort later?
Yeah. We're going to come across Mickey's. My gift to you. You will continue to say it.
I will. Every time I pick up that lantern, I will.
I like Marshmallow for the sake of he is just a giant marshmallow with durable. When this character is banished in a challenge, you may return this card to your hand. Like your friend that keeps going back to attack and attack. And another foil coconut because coconut.
All right, so there's been a bunch of cards that I've really liked that I keep hearing us say. So I'm glad that we're opening a bunch of those ones because there are some very playable cards. And you want to make sure that you want to make sure that you get them.
Oh, 100%.
So Grandma Tala, I think we've opened a bunch of her by now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about Jetsam. There's Flotsam. I wonder if I'm on camera. Let's assume I am. Okay. Your character's name is Jepson. Game Rush. So you're exactly right on that. And he's a 2-lore dude, so he's pretty awesome. There's a foil Ariel, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. I got a Moana and a...
I need that Moana.
Here you go. Would you like a Moana?
No, Anna's got to sort it first, but I need that Moana.
I'll trade you. You can have Moana if I can have the boat. Because, Maui can do anything but swim.
I need that Moana.
That was the lyric.
Alright, here is one of the most expensive cost cards in the game as far as ink goes. It is Maleficent as a dragon. When you play this character, banished, chosen. It's nice to be able to banish things. Banishing is nice.
Yeah. The cards will tell. Dr. Facilier's card. I also find it interesting when you look at the films that they've included in here, and then who they've included from the film. So look at Princess and the Frog. Dr. Facilier is in here, and Dr. Facilier's kind of support cards in here, but you don't actually see a lot else. The entire movie isn't included, which I like that they are including.
You gotta save something.
Yeah.
You can't just put all of your big names in. And it's actually nice to see some smaller characters or some side characters or whatever given kind of the spotlight here, because it kind of means that there's so many characters then they could...
Duke of Wesselton. Does anyone remember Duke of Wesselton?
I do now because the picture, but
right.
If you had said that beforehand, I would not have. Yeah.
And I think it's really nice because how many times you're like, oh man, this is my favorite character, so underrated, no one talks about them, but I enjoy them.
I think it could be fun if somebody wanted to really put in some play restrictions and say you have to play characters all from that have been together. Yeah, and that's great. Movies, all that stuff. But the second you throw Kingdom Hearts in, it's out the window. Everybody can go in together. Yeah, I really like this Aladdin. I know we talked about him before, but I do like he loses lore, he gains you lore as far as just coming into play goes. He's a shift card, which is nice.
This is an Aladdin pack. I got Jafar, Aladdin, and Jasmine all together.
Oh, this was
on theme. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it only makes sense because we are entering a whole new world here with Lorcana, so...
Okay, I'm going to go back and watch this and count how many times that you just said Disney lines and perhaps how many times I missed it. There's the Ransack, the LeFou. There's the Giant Tinkerbell. I know James is excited about Giant Tinkerbell. Yeah. I think she's a promo.
Yeah, I think she's going to be really sought after. She's pretty powerful.
There's Hades Puppies. Like me puppies.
Hades
Puppies. It makes Cerberus sound so much less intimidating.
It's like those people that have really tiny dogs and name them like Hercules.
Yeah. Oh, those dogs think they are. Those dogs have got confidence.
I have one of them at home. He owns the place.
So what do you think of Robin Hood here? He's got 2 abilities. When you play this character, if an opponent has more cards than you, draw a card. Mm-hmm. And characters gain evasive. I'll hold them up there so everybody can see. What do you think?
I think Robin Hood is definitely cool because it allows you to have that card drawer. Oh my gosh, card to draw without it being just one entire card in it, so he does other things. Evasive, I think, is going to be really strong.
I think it's got potential. I haven't played a lot of decks with evasive right now, but I do think it's got potential.
Tamatoa! Oh my goodness, he is... Oh, I mean, also, that's the rare. But, Tamatoa... Okay, so this beauty... This beauty right here is my beloved. Tamatoa, it allows you, he's 8 for 5/8, 1 lore. When you play this character, and whenever he quests, you may return an item card from your discard to your hand. Glam, this character gets +1 lore for each item you have in play.
Oh, I'm very excited about that when there are more items. When you can play just 45 items.
Oh, you should see the deck I have. It is basically all items. And then the White Rabbit's Pocket Watch. This is a foil one. You can exert it and pay 1, and chosen character gains rush this turn, which is cool because you're late.
Very important date. No time to say good. Yeah. Okay. King Triton. Yeah, he's just big. The thing I really like about him though is his flavor text. Isn't because I said so reason enough. I love that. I read it. I started laughing so hard, and I've been quoting him recently. I just love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Yeah. You might hear in D&D me say that every now and then, and that's where it's coming from.
Like when you ask us to do a roll, and we're like, why? Because.
Okay. There's a foil Robin Hood.
Smash. Have you also noticed that the song cards are not necessarily titled after the songs, but they're a lyric in the song?
Yeah.
So that they have use throughout the songs. Like you can kind of use them for other cards, which I do like.
When we have tournaments for this, how often do you think somebody is going to break into song? And let's say other than yourself, because I think...
I was going to say, between you and me.
I think yourself is going to be frequently... All right, Hades, I love Hades.
It's my Mickey Mouse Playmat. Steamboat Willie. Pilot? Steamboat Pilot?
So this guy didn't make my cut, but I do really like him. He's on like my just almost makes the list just in time.
Oh, yes.
I do like that for 3 you can play a character with 5 or less. So like if on turn 3 you've got 3 ink out and you've got a 5 drop you want to put down. Oh, there's my favorite. There's my boy and my girl in the same pack. You opened a good pack for my deck. Keep flipping. There you go.
Moana?
Yeah. She's what my... Yeah.
Prince Philip and Moana together?
There's a lot of princes in that deck. It's not...
I was going to say, is that
Prince Philip's got... And I opened a stitch. You're distracting me now.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You were talking about bringing out a song and how distracting it was going to be, and then we got distracted by not songs.
All right. There's not... that I love him. Just, yeah. Hades.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Love him.
Do you think monocolor decks are going to be a thing?
I do. I think that dual color decks, especially kind of just for the first set, will definitely be a little bit on the stronger side. Mm-hmm. But when I built my deck, I almost had like a monocolored amber deck with just a splash of ruby. Yep. But I could have taken the ruby out, and I think it would have been all right. So I do think mono decks will be a thing. And they're definitely like a one strategy type thing because each color is built around kind of a couple strategies. So yes. I do think if you want to go like hard into one strategy, monocolors. That makes sense? I just said a lot of words though.
I think that like unlike some other TCGs where you do have like a dedicated source of like mana or whatever, it's harder to do like a balance of 2 colors, but I think with here you don't have a dedicated form of resource that you can do 2 colors and not feel.
So for anybody who doesn't necessarily know, when it comes to Lorcana, you don't have a dedicated resource card in there. You'll notice we haven't opened any like mana or ink cards. Mm-hmm. Anything can be used as ink, which means that they do need to restrict something in the deck to make it tough. Yeah. So that you can't just play all the good cards. So you can only play 2 colors in Lorcana, which makes sense. If you could play all your colors, it would just make it so that you just play all the strongest cards. Yeah. So the restrictions of just 2 colors, I think, is important for gameplay.
Yeah. And as you can see, like what I was showing there is around the numbers in the top left corner. If they have the ink symbol around them, that means that they're inkable. If they don't, you cannot ink them regularly. But as we kind of talked, there are some things that it seems allow you to bypass that. There is an item that allows you to ink any card that turn, and I took that to understand any card that isn't usually inkable.
I'm going to go look at an FAQ on that because I would be if this wasn't the first set, you'd be able to make guesses based on previous, but like with this being the first set, I think that is definitely something to look into what was intended as opposed to the rules as written type of thing.
Yeah. I think a lot of that's going to start to come out a little bit more too. Is
I mean, it's not even like out. It's going to be yeah. It's coming out tomorrow. So
it's so far away.
All right, here's the Maleficent, who's pretty much Lilo, just Maleficent. Well, she's 1 for 1.
Oh
yeah.
I was like, how is Maleficent like Lilo?
As far far as her stat
Okay.
block goes, she's like Lila.
I was like, I mean, I guess. Aurora. This is a really good Aurora. When I have played her, so I've noticed that when I play Baby Aurora, I put a target on my back because Big Aurora allows you, your other characters gain ward, which means opponents can't choose them except to challenge them. So anything that says deal so much damage to a target opponent, exert target opponent, right? You can't do that. And if you had 2 of those Aurora outs, they gain ward for each other. Yeah, so good luck trying to take that down. So I've noticed that when I play like a smaller Aurora, it becomes a target or a big one.
So Rapunzel is something that I think should be talked about as well. Rapunzel's pretty awesome. So 4 ink for a 1/5, so she's not necessarily taking anybody out.
Yeah.
She does get you 2 lore, and when you play this character, you can remove 3 damage, up to 3 damage from one of your characters. Then you get to draw a card for each damage. Remove this way. So she does 3 things, 4 things, I guess. She could be ink.
Yep.
She gains you lore. She removes damage, and then she draws you cards.
Which is all very prevalent and
I
necessary.
think she's pretty awesome.
And she's not that expensive. Like a 4-drop isn't.
No, I think
isn't
she's
that bad.
I think she's cost fine. She costs a fine amount.
Yeah.
Especially for as much as she does.
Ooh, there's a scarf. Haven't seen. When you play this character, chosen opposing characters get -5 strength this turn. So it allows you, if you have
Oh yeah,
a bodyguard, and you can just.
Josh liked the idea of him.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever used him to his fullest in the couple games that we played, but Josh did really like the idea of him. Is that a foil Lilo?
It is a foil Lilo. Yeah. And I think the other thing to keep in mind is there might seem like there might be a couple cards that I don't know how you play around this, but keep in mind that when other sets come out too, they're going to introduce.
Yeah. Here is another Hades. Different Hades. I love Hades. So when you play this character, you may put chosen character into the player's inkwell face down, so he gets rid of somebody.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I like Hades. Where's that file?
Scepter
I do like
Dead.
that. I think I like that.
Yeah, I've played it in my kind of blue steel deck. You get to exert this item. Chosen character gains support this turn, which allows that character to give their power to someone else. Which is really nice, because if you're using your character to kind of do like a lore rush, you want another person to be able to challenge, it gives you that support.
Yeah. No, and anything that again sticks around, especially items, and does something multiple times. I like that Ursula. That's a fun Ursula.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Pocket watch. Sven.
Poor Mickey pile.
My Mickey pile is pretty.
Is a pile.
It's pretty brutal looking there. Yeah. Sudden chill. Each opponent discards a card. I mean that is. It's going to be brutal because you want to hold on to your cards.
There is Tigger. My cat is named Tigger. Fun factoid.
Was it named after that?
It actually
Tigger?
was, yeah. Fun. The people I adopted him from named him that.
Is Tigger the only
Yes,
Winnie
it
the Pooh
is.
character here?
Yes, it is.
There's another Stitch. Love my Stitch.
Yeah. There is Pascal.
I like Pascal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to do kind of like a pet thing.
No,
Like just
there's
Pascal
a
and Hey.
foil yogurt.
Yeah. I love Poison Apple. Oh my gosh. This entire pack I just feel like I want to talk about. I love Poison Apple. It is great. I just love the flavorfulness of it and the usefulness, right?
No, yeah, that's
It's one thing
fair.
to have.
So you got your card, your Poison Apple that gets rid of your princesses, and then you get your Sword of Virtue. No, Sword of Virtue.
Sort of truth?
Sword of Truth.
Yeah.
That gets rid of your villains. And I like that. There's a foil Pascal. I like that movie, Tangled.
Yeah, it was good.
Can
Can I bring a frying pan and just use it to whack my opponents? Is that interference?
I think that's frowned upon.
Okay.
I don't think you should bring a frying pan and whack your opponents.
What if it was made of foam?
Nice little foil Elsa
Yeah.
there.
This is foil Mickey. Yeah. Also one, Musketeer characters, your other Musketeer characters get +1 Which one?
Which one?
Power, right?
Power.
Yeah. I think Musketeers is gonna be fun.
Oh, this is the first time I've seen this hook. This is the gunpowder hook, the hook that gets the cannons back.
Yeah, fire your cannons. This is the bell that basically made me want to build the deck. So I love her. She's
you did like
inventive engineer, and I would love to do like a steampunk Belle cosplay now.
I can see you wanting to do that, yeah.
Yep, it's gonna happen. There it is, the fishbone quill. Okay, so this is the card. This is the thing that makes the deck. You can exert this card and put any card from your hand into your inkwell face down. It is not exerted, so it allows you to properly ramp. Unlike Grammatala, when she gets put into inkwell, she has to be exerted.
Lanterns is a good card.
So
We're gonna feel that stretch there.
that is
Lanterns a good card.
that's essentially my deck that I'm building.
That's fair.
Some deck tech, if you will.
So future video stream ideas is I want to open up some of the intro decks, kind of go through them about what you can expect an intro deck. I'd love to do some like deck construction stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh, look! There's a foil one of your bell.
It's foil.
Yeah.
I love it. And I really like this because I feel like you could build, you could just build the strongest deck if you wanted to. You could build I really like Peter Pan, so I'm going to build a Peter Pan deck. You can build, whatever you want because you have the thematic.
Ursula gets you 3 lore. She's got an 8. I mean, she survives a lot of attacks. She's got an 8 willpower there.
There is a Maui. Maui's really fun.
Which Maui?
The
one that gives you no lore.
Yeah. He has no lore, so he has Rush and Reckless. So this character can't quest and must challenge each turn of April. So he's literally a big old body.
No, he is, yeah. So this card's pretty neat. He is a shift 1, so you can turn a smaller scar into a bigger scar.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that is neat about him is that when you get to ready your characters with 3 cost or less, so that when you play him, it's always nice to be able to unexert your ready your stuff. Saves unless your opponent can exert your characters, it saves them for the turn. So
really love Merlin. He unfortunately didn't make my cut to my steel.
I do like Merlin
Sapphire deck, but he has support. Really nice.
All right, this was just awful for me to play against, and it was awful for me to play against because like it's an 8/8. There was very few of my creatures that could do anything about this Maui, and like he swings back for just so much. So he's he gets you 3 lore tour. I mean like he's a big one.
Dragonfire. Dragonfire is really, I like because it's banished chosen character. It doesn't have to be a villain or princess. It doesn't have to be exerted. It's just a straight up, you're gone, Sony.
Another fun. Stitch. Rapunzel. I like Elsa.
Ooh.
I do like Elsa. There's a Cruella de Vil. I don't think we've talked about Cruella? No, I don't think. We talked about Ursula a couple times.
Yeah.
Cruella. So 2 for a 1/3. When this character is challenged and banished, you may return chosen character to their player's hand. It's anything that gets your cards back and puts them in your hand is nice. Gives you options, saves things from the discard pile, or banish them,
or
it
can be used as removal too.
Used as removal, yeah. I like the art on this Goofy. Like that flying squirrel suit.
Ooh,
like the art on that Goofy.
I had a weird obsession with flying squirrels when I was a kid.
Oh yeah?
I wanted to be one.
Goals.
Yep. Nothing's changed, I don't think.
You still want to be a flying squirrel?
I like to fly. Happy thoughts.
Well, I guess if you buy a flying squirrel outfit, you can be a flying squirrel. So Stampede, that's deal 2 damage to chosen damaged character. I mean, for 1, that might take out something, which is always a nice little option there.
Fun little Sebastian.
Let it go. I used to listen to that song all the time when I was running. I love that song. Good song.
Sebastian is really cool, and we've seen this on a couple other cards of Singer 4. So even though Sebastian is 2, so you can exert him to sing a song, with Singer 4, you can use him to sing songs that are 4 cost.
I do think that is neat.
Yeah.
You can sing more expensive ones. Here is the biggest Mickey of the game. He costs 8. He is a 5/5, and he gets you 4 lore. It is the biggest Mickey of the game.
He's insane.
I think he's the biggest. He's the nothing
biggest
else
lore.
gets you 4. No, like gets you lore, unless
I don't think.
Yeah.
Tamatoa and Belle, but you
but
have
but
to.
not
fulfill
not
the
just on its
requirements.
own. Yeah.
And he's in one of the starter decks too, isn't he? I think he's
so.
one of the
Yeah.
Which I was actually pretty impressed with how they did the starter decks. Like, it's not all of the highest rare cards, but you definitely get a good feeling for what you could do.
Yeah, I like that there are definitely some good playable cards in the starter decks. I'm realizing now that I'm opening closer to the mic than my face is, so maybe I should open under the table.
Okay, that is fair. Something that we haven't talked about, which I feel like is important. Like, these cards feel really nice.
They do.
They're not.
I really like the foil
I
treatment.
love the foil.
I really
like the back of them as well too. I don't know if you can actually, if we've never really shown the back of the card. But it's really nice. It has a good feeling. The corners are still kind of like rounded. It feels sturdy.
Yeah, no, they feel like they're made out of decent paper.
Yeah. And they are standard size, so they would fit, most sleeves that you would.
There's another one of my favorite Leelas. Oh, and a foil Prince Philip. I love him.
Oh, there's another of the big Mickeys. Note that he is using sewing scissors as his stabbing mechanism.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. He is a musketeer.
There's the bell. Some of the cards that I really like are also like in the uncommon slot, which is nice because it means that you should be able to get your hands on them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Be Our Guest is a song. Really fun song.
It's a song I just started singing in my head.
I am sorry.
And if I sang it out loud, people would just turn off whatever we're on.
Is I want to sing, but I can't.
Yeah, no, I would draw viewers away, and then Kristen would be sad because
another Tamatoa. Well, if we start singing and we make you mad, you just have to control your temper. Just let it go. That's okay.
Oh my goodness. There's a poor little laugh.
I can hear Kristen
laughing.
laughing.
I can hear Kristen laughing.
Okay. This is what you have to expect when you play this. And honestly, I think that's half the fun is just all these characters that we've either grown up with, we love, right here in front of us.
Foil Maleficent, which is...
Ooh. This is the shiftable Dr. Facilier.
I like him.
Yeah. He's definitely cool.
I do like him.
And I love their abilities. They have names to them. Not so much that they're gonna be repeated, but
I've noticed that
it's flavorful.
it is flavorful, and every character has. It's rare to see a character that doesn't have an ability, its own unique ability, and I like that.
Yeah, unless if they're kind of like your
Just
Leelos or things like that.
Yeah, either
but they have
really,
flavor text.
Yeah, either really small enough that having an ability would just be too much, or really big enough that having an ability would just be too much.
So far, the only one that doesn't have flavor text is the Ariel on Human Lakes because she's quiet. Yeah. But she has an ability where she can't sing. So
there's that Moana that I'm excited about.
This is essentially the face, I think, one of the faces of Lorcana, which is the Mickey Mouse with his hand out, being very welcoming.
Yeah.
I would love to use him to sing Be Our Guest because that is what
it kind of looks like that pose.
Yeah.
Tinkerbell, Merlin there, Gaston.
I used LeFou. I exerted him to sing A Whole New World, and I like the image that just creates in your head. Just let that sink in.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Create a whole new timeline here.
Where 100%.
Where the wrong people from the wrong movies are singing the wrong songs.
But it feels so right.
So it feels like that's the line from a song that I just can't place right now. There's a Well,
Actually, yeah, it might have been.
it does feel like.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a Disney song, but that totally sounds like a
I don't know.
song line.
So multiplayer. This game has.
They have said in kind of their promotional material and whatnot that there is kind of a multiplayer format. It makes sense, I think, to stick with single player at the beginning. Really get a hold of, really get comfortable with the game and the feel of the game and all that stuff. But I can see multiplayer, especially since a lot of the cards are built clearly with the wording of multiplayer in mind. Each opponent.
Yep.
So I think that we want to do some multiplayer games. See what that's like.
Yeah.
I would totally not suggest multiplayer though to begin with. You one-on-one's a lot easier to learn a game.
Yeah, you kind of have to do it again and again to get the idea of the cards. This is just the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and But yeah, I think playing a bunch of games single player before you bite off multiplayer is.
And there isn't like a lot of interactability on your opponent's turn, so playing a big game of multiplayer can sometimes feel like it's play my thing and then kind of wait around.
Yeah.
So I think waiting for like more cards to come out, more sets to come out, like that would have more availability for multiplayer there.
I think multiplayer. People do like multiplayer. Multiplayer is always nice because it does let you get a little bit more political. You know, make cross table deals, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Which is always the fun part. Part of multiplayer
absolutely.
becomes it's not just one versus one. You can make deals to take out the threat.
Musketeer Tabard. This is definitely an interesting one as well. Whenever one of your characters with Bodyguard is banished, you may draw a card. And so with Bodyguard, you kind of like want them to be swinging in at you, so it allows you to
anything with draw a card, I think, is like worth considering.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that Friends on the Other Side is a common because it is one of those draw a card cards.
Yeah.
And it is
the cards would tell.
It's not Baroque. Do you notice it's spelled like the time period? If it's
Yeah.
not Baroque.
Do you know how I knew that?
How?
Because somebody taught me about art.
I was gonna say, is it me? Is it me? Baroque's my favorite time periods in art.
Yeah.
I just like the image there. There's a lot of emotion in it.
Yeah.
A lot of emotion in that.
Smash. I mean, I too feel emotion when I want to smash something. I got.
I was wondering if we were.
Yeah.
Gonna put him in his sleeve.
So it's
one of the, what are they called again? Enchanted
foils. Yeah. He's beautiful.
That's awesome. So there's the Maui. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, that goes right in.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's
gonna be really sad if we didn't open any of them. So okay, all right, I'm happy. I want the Elsa.
Oh my goodness!
See what you can do about the Elsa, okay?
Well, I want the bell. Did you see the bell?
I did, but
it's beautiful.
The bell is
the
nice,
Tinker Bell. I want the Tinker. See, here's the thing. I just like my bells. Tinker, not Tinker Bell. It's all the bells.
I thought you were gonna go through all of them for a second. I want all of them.
I mean, yeah. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
That would be one of my favorite Disney songs.
Yeah.
So there's another Musketeer. I think that Musketeers could be a cool tribal type deck to run.
The rare slot. Got 3 more.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Pull as many rares as possible.
I'm doing my bestest.
You did a good job.
Faith, trust, and pixie dust.
I just heard something. Okay.
Oh my goodness! Is that what you heard? Was your spidey senses tingling? Oh my goodness. Drop all the packs.
You keep opening.
Okay,
Keep opening.
Okay. Maleficent. I got some Peter Pan.
Seems like an opportune time to come get cards from you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably.
I'm coming. I like cards.
Cards.
So many cards. You're making a mess of my Mickey. I set him out so nicely.
He's no longer a Mickey Mouse. He's a messy mouse.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst.
I will fix him because he deserves the finest. Ooh, more cards for me. Feels so good to me.
Yeah. That's the enchanted ones. Yeah, it's so nice.
Oh, that's so nice.
It
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can I say?
He's fancy.
But you're welcome.
Yeah,
He's fancy.
that's what I said.
Look,
but Rachel doesn't know
I put him back in the right place there.
Yeah.
As soon as you leave the room, it's gonna be anarchy.
Oh, I know.
Okay, just tip your chaos
it.
again.
I'm just gonna try not to make. Lovingly and respectfully, of course.
Always.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright. Foil, and because I made such a big deal of it, there. It's back in the right spot.
He's now Mickey Mouse, not Messy Mouse.
Oh, he's gonna be messy in a little bit again.
Yeah.
It's hard enough for me keeping these piles straight.
They will add. What movie would you like to see or character?
I don't know. I've just been focusing on what's in front of me. I haven't really thought about what's missing or what else could be in there.
That's fair.
Although, if we're talking Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore is one of my favorites.
Yep.
And Piglet. And I'd love Eeyore and Piglet to be
I
in
wonder if
there.
they could do like item card with Eeyore's tail.
Oh, I like that idea.
See, this is the thing. This is the game that you can play of what ifs.
So there's both Mauis there. I didn't open this super special one, but you know. Another foil Lilo. Okay, so I've opened I think at least 4 foil Lilos, which makes me feel good about my Lilo options here.
Yzma. Love Yzma. Because Yzma. I don't, you know. You're excused.
Moana. I'm a big fan of Moana.
Yep. It is a true story.
The Hercules. I don't think he's too bad at all. 3, 3, 3. And then 1 lore. And he's got bodyguard. I do like the bodyguard ability.
3 is your favorite number.
3 is, yeah, my favorite number. And he's got 3
3
threes.
threes?
Yeah.
3 is a magical number.
3 is my magical number. Everything in 3. Yeah.
Scepter of Arendelle, if it's not broke.
So I hope at this point in time, I hope we've opened kind of like at least one of everything. I hope so. We're about.
I haven't been sorting, so I have no idea what I've opened.
Okay.
You probably have a better grasp because you've been.
I'm starting to see enough duplicates and enough of
Yeah.
I haven't done that. I haven't seen this one before yet. That in a little while, so I would hope that we've opened, other than obviously the fancy guys.
Yeah.
One of everything.
And there is 12 enchanted foils because there's 2 for each.
2 for each color.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited about those.
I'm just impressed that they kept that a secret for so long.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was a fun thing to learn, like a week or so before launch.
yeah.
There's a foil dingle hopper. I had a dream about this for some reason.
About a dingle hopper or a foil one?
That it was a real item in my life.
Oh, I mean it is. You use it to.
I guess
comb your hair.
I guess legitimately I do have forks in my house.
You have one of mine in your house too.
I do have one of your forks in my house. So Aladdin, we haven't talked about this Aladdin. He just has got kind of like Ward there. He's a simple type of character. For 2, so he's comes out early.
They're coconuts.
Horse kick. Kind of subtracts 2 power from somebody else, which is kind of nice if you need somebody to not do damage to you.
This is one of the songs that was talked about where the name of the card is not the title of the song. Grab Your Sword, which allows you to use the same song, but different parts of it.
Yeah, and I like that. And actually, it's funny you say that because when I was looking at Grab Your Sword, I was trying really hard to fill in the rest of the song, and it's such an obscure lyric from that.
It is.
I almost wasn't able to. What comes next?
Well, and that's why I like the flavor text in the songs because it is the song.
It tells you what comes next.
We don't like what we don't understand. In fact, it scares us. No, it's not one of the songs that I put on my playlist. But
I do love Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Good amount of Prince Phillips we've opened so far. I think
Yeah.
it feels like there's been a good amount of princesses too, which is nice.
Ooh, Stitch, another Stitch. Oh my
Is that a
goodness.
two-stitch
That
pack?
is
That is
a
a
two-stitch
two-stitch
pack.
pack.
One
One
of them
stitch.
is a foil, one of them is not. So the foiling, for anyone who's curious, is not in your face.
No,
There
it's,
is no glare to it.
A lot of foils give me really bad headaches.
Yeah.
And actually, these ones don't look like they'd give me headaches.
No.
I really like the foil process.
It's like a matte
And
foil.
It's kind of like a matte foil.
makes
It's kind of
sense.
understated, it looks. It looks really nice. I
Yeah,
really like it.
I'm very impressed with it actually. Because it was one of my concerns, like, oh, I like foils because they're cool.
I'm gonna
but
want foils now. That's just too bad.
We already agreed to the trade-off.
I'm gonna have to take back my my offer of trade there.
Okay.
I like these foils.
Yeah. Jafar and Aladdin.
So they were freaky. So neat things about some of them. I found when I was play testing it, the cards that could not be inked, I was always kind of sitting there struggling with them a little bit. I mean, you obviously play them, like you're not holding them back for ink. But I remember thinking, especially when like I had two of them in my opening hand, thinking, okay, like I really need some ink ones. So I think it's an interesting thing to have like the not inkable ones, and I think it's having to figure out when to mulligan will be an important part of it.
And it's funny that you mentioned that because I was thinking when I was playing around with the mulligan rules, which for if you don't know, you draw 7 for your opening hand, and you can choose any number of those to put at the bottom of your deck, draw back up to 7, and then shuffle your library. So the cards that you mulligan, you can still see again throughout the game. And I was almost coming to find that any card that isn't inkable, I just mulliganed.
That's fair. Gives you the most amount of choices.
Right.
I can see
and
that
I think
as
that might be a good
strategy.
A good baseline.
At least to start with until you really get the feel of your deck.
Right. I mean, mind you, if I had like Tamato in my opening hand, knowing that he would get shuffled back in, I wouldn't keep him.
I think I'd be keeping the ones that you need.
Yeah.
To win, like your winning strategy ones.
So then that's the other thing is there's no sideboarding in here, and we kind of talked about knowing the decisions of what to ink is kind of like your sideboard.
Could be the theory behind your sideboard tech, yeah.
But I do believe when we go to play, it's going to be like a best of 2.
Best of 3.
Best of 3.
Best 2-2. But best
2-2? Oh,
best to 2 wins. Best of 3.
I'm like, I have the best 2-2. What do you mean?
Okay, not that type of 2-2.
Okay. But could I have a 2-2?
I mean, I'm not going to stop you from wearing a 2-2, but that does not mean that you win.
I got 2 Hades. Does that mean I win?
Nice. Good Hades pack.
Yeah. I just watched that movie the other day. Going through and watching it.
I own that. That's one of the few Disney movies that like I own and I watch on a semi-regular basis.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah. I just like the muses. I just, they're
I like
great.
a lot about that movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
That is such a beautiful foil. A Whole New World is like, I think my favorite foil card.
Yeah. The fireworks in it?
Yeah. Just beautiful. And it's super powerful because it's each opponent. So you're giving your opponent the draw ability.
Yeah.
But it also allows you to draw back up. So it kind of depends on what you want to be doing.
So let's talk general strategies that each color is built around. Start with Amethyst.
Blue.
Because when they present the colors, Amethyst is kind of the first one. So,
yes.
Strategies for colors. So Amethyst seems to be like your cooperative color, your healing color, your it's got your bodyguard and support, so like your protective, and then your like spreading stuff around color.
Rush challenge like in Zeus here.
Blue. We'll do blue next with Sapphire.
Ramp and items come to mind.
Ramp and items come to mind for me too.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of kind of like there's like draws and bringbacks and it just feels like there's a lot of gas in that color.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Amethyst.
Yeah. A lot of healing in Amethyst.
I wasn't finding a lot of healing in Amethyst.
Maybe I'm misremembering.
Amber is white, Amethyst is purple.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta know your gemstones.
I.
So Amethyst is a lot more of like that power. A lot of draw,
Yes,
a
yeah.
lot of options.
It's kind of like your classic I'm a wizard.
I was gonna say it's more like the witch and wizard,
Yeah.
sorcerer, that type of thing, yeah.
Got your potions.
Your potions, a little bit more control.
Yeah, definitely.
Green, emerald.
Yeah.
It wants to be attacked.
100%. Yeah.
It wants to be challenged. And it wants to challenge. Oh no, the one that wants to challenge is Ruby.
Yeah. The aggressor.
Yeah.
But yeah, Emerald definitely seems to almost play that like challenge mind game of being aggressive, but in a not aggressive way. If that makes sense. Like it's not aggro. Like it doesn't just come out of like the woodworks. But it has like ward. It has some bodyguards and things like that. So.
Yeah, and I like the evasive. Yeah, evasive.
Yeah, evasive. Yeah.
And then what are we missing? Steel, which is like big things.
Yes.
Super big things.
You got your bombs in there. You got a couple good items. But it feels very like utilitarian.
It feels like it's got less tricks than the other colors.
Yeah.
But it feels like it like once you get to mid game, it's a threat.
It's very straightforward. Yeah.
You gotta last like Josh was playing as this steel deck, and it was like first couple turns he didn't have much out, but like all of a sudden he had like massive creatures I couldn't do anything about. It was or characters.
Yeah.
It was very much and once he got those on, he could just take anything out. So, but he only had like 2 or 3 creatures out, and they were like a huge threat.
Yeah.
Making a mess of the packs again. They're all over the
have a
floor.
garbage can.
I do have a garbage can, and I keep missing.
You have a garbage can.
Yep, I'm missing a lot.
It's okay. The camera sees up here.
Yeah.
Not down. Not down there. Okay.
Oh, I missed
I
again.
think there's a magic broom in here we can use to clean up. So. Yeah. No, I'm super
Iago,
excited.
he might be one of my favorite like sidekick support characters from the movies. I like Iago. I like the very abrasive parrot a lot. He's very abrasive.
Yeah. I was watching Aladdin, and I weirdly was like, I would love to see Iago and Sebastian just chilling and just complaining about.
That's funny, yeah.
Like, because they're very much like, ugh, like come on, like, you know, they're the voice of reason when there's no reason to be had.
Iago, the voice of reason, eh? Not how I would have described him.
He tells you how it is.
Not how I would have described him.
My reasonings are a little different than yours then.
So what other decks do you think are gonna? I think princesses, whether they go blue white or red white, are gonna be something that people are definitely gonna put a lot of work into.
I think evasive. I
Honestly
think evasive is going to be that once somebody realizes, oh, this is something we can do, it's gonna just sweep. Because there's not a lot of just like straight banish cards.
No, that's fair, and the evasive stuff is
It's
that's fair.
hard to deal with.
That's no, because if you're not playing somebody with evasive, all of a sudden you can just freely tap the lore without much of a.
Unless if you have
concern.
a bodyguard where they have to challenge, like if you prompt them to challenge you with evasive, but even then, like, so the cool thing about bodyguard is if your opponent goes to challenge you, they have to challenge that character.
Yeah.
But there's ways for you to exert your character without challenging to bypass that. So if you get them to sing, if you get them to quest.
So it's not. So bodyguard doesn't mean that they have to attack with everything. It means if they attack, they have to attack the bodyguard.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the one that means you have to? Is that?
So the one, I think it's reckless.
That's the one.
But it's very much a like that creature has to attack. Not everything has to attack.
But again, if you get them to sing a song, then
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
actually that is a good point. There's a foil. Let it go.
Yeah. So there are definitely kind of ways you can bypass rush and reckless and
that is fair. I'm actually yeah.
And these are all things that, like, you know, we're going to be able to see when you get people sitting down. Even when we were playing the first time, we were like, oh, this is how it's done. And you're like, well,
no,
I was thinking this way,
yeah.
right. And there's
Let's
a lot of, yeah. This is what you think is possible and what I think is possible with two different brains.
Okay.
Which one's that one? Yeah.
Same Hades we've showed to the camera like 6 times by now.
I'd love to do a count of how many
times I showed the cards that I really like.
Yeah.
How many Lilos have been
my
shot at the camera?
I've been seeing a lot like the same ones, so we haven't really shown Mother Knows Best. I have to say how frustrating that movie is to watch. Because of the mother. So frustrating.
I mean, makes a good villain.
Turn chosen character to their player's hand. Which now it says chosen character, so you can use that as removal. You can also use it on yourself to get a little...
Actually, that's a good point, because if you bounce things back to your hand that have, like, when they come into play abilities, then they get their come into play ability again.
Yep.
Actually, yeah.
Just some thoughts.
Good point.
You know, if you just keep listening to deck tech, you can develop your brain.
Sometimes I think you're reaching with that.
I am reaching up.
Oh my goodness. I volunteered for this. I asked you to do this with me, didn't I?
Yes, you actually asked me.
This is on me, yeah.
You said I don't want to be talking to myself.
Well, like, on camera.
Yeah.
I'll talk to myself off camera. Well, it's weird if it's not recorded. And people can't point to it.
Really? Because people are watching you, so you're talking to them.
No, okay, that's fair. It might be more justifiable.
So, I was doing a Princess Tribal. And princesses have a lot of heal capabilities.
Yeah.
So in the Princess Tribal, I had a bunch of, like, the heal items. And I really don't think you needed them.
I'm going to find
Treasure.
Okay, Mickey.
This is better than last time.
I agree.
Please don't look over here at what I started doing with my packs.
I'm not looking because I would like to keep some level of sanity today. But so many beautiful cards. So much pretty. Here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So good to me. Let me sort all these cards.
There you go. So that's a large stack. So you have large hands, that's good.
Yes.
There you go. Here's my last one, foils. Thank you.
Huzzah.
Made a big mess.
Look at this mess. Isn't it not neat?
Isn't it great?
Did you think my garbage
Isn't it
can's
great?
complete?
Look at this mess. Isn't it great?
Wow. Wow.
I asked her to do this with me. This is on me.
Yep. You knew what you were getting into.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna smile sweetly and walk slowly over
That's
here.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Get me something good, okay?
I'm trying.
I got that one.
I know, it was gorgeous. And that was like minutes ago.
We can leave the door open? Okay. Now that song's in my head. I'm bumping back and forth between that and Let It Go. Now I got Let It Go in my head.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry? I'm sorry.
2 rows left, I guess.
Yeah. Those enchanted foils must be rare.
Yeah. We're, I would say we're 18 boxes in total. Yeah, no, that's the one and all that. Yeah, those are going to be real rare.
Ooh, a foil
poison apple.
I think if I had to pick one card Like, if I was telling someone about this game, I can only show them one card to explain everything. I think I would use Poison Apple.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, kill princesses or hurt other things.
Right, because it shows you that, like, you know, this is a Disney game to its core, but it is still playable. There's strategy behind it, and that you can have fun with having like Disney games, but still win.
Have I used poison apples on you guys in D&D yet? Feels like a trope that I really should have used. I don't think I have.
The hacks had. No, I thought the.
I think that might inspire me to use that trope.
And
now.
I'm a princess.
You are a princess. Sorry, princess.
No. I do heal too. Wait a second.
There you go.
Wait a second. And I have a necklace that allows me to heal.
What's that? I think it's the second or third foil Gaston.
The shell necklace, I think, is going to be great. Just allowing, like, in Song Tribal, allowing you just to draw cards. Literally every time.
Yeah, I think if your deck's built around songs, I think it's good. If your deck's not really built around songs, I would say it's but maybe it's just because I haven't built decks with many songs in them yet.
Yeah, and it's not inkable, so
yeah,
the shell necklace, so it's not inkable, so it definitely has a place.
I like it.
Yeah,
I do like it. It has not made my cuts, but I do want it to make my cuts, but it's yeah.
But no, I think if you're playing like any kind of princess or like Song Tribal in it, it definitely is. I'd say like at least like a 2 of or 3 of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost as powerful as True Love's Kiss. That's what. Almost as powerful.
Because as we all know, True Love's Kiss is the most powerful.
It's pretty much a rule in Disney movies, yeah, or in like the fairy tale stuff.
Did you know that in Frozen was the first movie that they portrayed True Love's Kiss as a different meaning between sisters?
I really like that. I thought that was nice. That love becomes yeah. There's different types of love.
There is. Like the love I have for these cards for the past 2 months.
That's fair.
What could we think about?
Yeah. That's fair. What is that? Poison apple, which is nice. Marshmallow. I just love his name.
Yeah.
He's a really spiky marshmallow, though. Real spiky.
Did you ever have marshmallow guns?
This might not shock you, but I'm not a big fan of marshmallows.
Neither am I, actually.
I find them way too sweet. Like, put them on s'mores by campfire, like, I like them.
I find them too gummy.
Too gummy? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, it gets, like, stuck in your mouth? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like, those, like the Peeps things? Like, I don't...
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Peeps is divisive. You either love them or you hate them.
Yep. My mother loves them. Hello, mother, if you're watching this.
There's Hades' puppy again.
Oh, I was just going to show
yeah.
You have forgotten me.
Yeah, so that's one that is such a cruel card to play on your opponent that I think is going to be in decks a lot.
This is one we haven't seen.
I like the art on that one with like the light behind him.
Yeah. It's actually a very similar style to how you paint.
I was actually going to say, I was thinking. It's reminding me of my stained glass art project.
Yeah.
That might be why I like it so much.
Probably, yeah. I also just like, I don't know, Disney, like the art of Disney, right? Like it's very dramatic, it's very exciting.
I like the art on that. Just the every limb is straight.
Yeah.
And locked. Like
which is a terrible way to actually fight. Don't lock your limbs when you fight.
Yeah, he's a boisterous fowl. That's his name. Donald Duck, boisterous fowl.
Duck? Or yeah. A bird?
Yeah.
That's funny. I do like that.
I like the pose on this too. A lot of the art stuff that with the hand out is foreshortening. Yeah.
I want shortbread cookies.
Foreshortening made you think of shortbread cookies, eh?
Yeah.
Did you eat your scone I got you?
No.
Okay, well then you have a treat for later.
I do, yeah.
Okay, the lantern. The lantern's gonna be amazing.
I like it, yeah, a lot.
Yep.
I
her.
feel like this art is
Yeah,
a little
really
bit
like
different than the other ones. It feels almost like
She feels really active.
yeah, like there's a lot of motion in there. You gotta watch the movie. It's great.
Yeah.
Befuddled.
I gotta really catch up on my Disney movies.
I was gonna say.
Oh, look. So messy. Let's, yep. You okay there? It's very messy.
I still am using my garbage can.
Are you
It's
really?
nothing
How
yet.
is your garbage can not overflowing?
It's overflowing with possibilities.
I've stopped aiming for the garbage can. I'm gonna have to. It was very nice of them to bring the garbage can, but I'm messy. The foil scar.
Here is a fun factoid. What princess has the longest hair?
Rapunzel.
Which princess has the shortest hair?
Rapunzel after it's cut.
Yeah. Cool. You know, fun factoids. These are some of the trivia questions I've been studying.
That's fair. I do like the shell necklace. I like the like that.
Yeah. No, I think this is going to be really exciting. Ooh, spinach each other's sandwiches. What does that actually say? Riddles are like older siblings. All they do is get in the way. I can't relate. I'm an only child.
I'm the older sibling.
Do you get in the way?
Probably. I don't notice.
Should call your brother now.
Let's not. I'm not
Okay.
sure if I want the answer. I do like the foil.
It's just beautiful.
It is very nice.
Just loves it. Yeah. There's a foil you have forgotten. Love the foiling on me. I really
I do.
do.
The foiling is really,
Yeah.
it's really nice. It would have sparked for me to go from the bottom, but I won't do that.
I know, I'm like scraping these against my arm.
Yeah.
What is it?
Genie. We haven't talked about any of the genies. I like his ability. I like the name of his ability because
Yeah.
phenomenal cosmic power. He gets you 3 lore. He's got shift and evasive. There's kind of a lot of things that this genie does. I like it. That's it.
So, powerful Elsa. 3 whole lore. 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that Elsa. And I like the art on that Elsa. Again, it's a very like.
She's the other enchanted one too.
I know that's the one I want.
Well, work on it. Would you like a foil dingle hopper? As you brush your hair, it will leave glitter. I don't know. Actually, will.
I mean, I think that's. You just get it everywhere. You'd never get your hair unfull of glitter if your hairbrush magically put glitter in your hair.
But if you're a princess, then
It sounds like the worst hairbrush.
What do you mean? I would buy.
I know you
instant.
would totally buy it.
Yeah. Tamatoa! I just love him so much. Okay, is that so wrong? I just want to be shiny. I want to take Ariel's advice. I want everything, and I want to be shiny.
That's fair.
You know? Always be your best self.
So what is your favorite classic Disney movie?
Even string class.
I guess I'm talking
One that you would know.
one that I would know. Hey. The classic animation. I guess I would take that as like the hand animated stuff.
I don't know which one's hand animated, which one's not.
Think around the general age of Toy Story is when it started to flip.
Okay, I was gonna say because I don't watch Toy Story.
But like that rough time period.
I think my top 3 fall in that. So Peter Pan, Beauty and the Beast, and Sword in the Stone.
Actually, yes, they do. Yep.
I have yet to watch, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate from this. I've yet to watch Fantasia.
I think I've only seen Fantasia. Oh, look.
The
Foil-
the shield.
Foil shield. I think
Yeah.
I've only seen Fantasia once.
I usually watch the movies like before bed, and I wanted to watch Fantasia when I can actually like appreciate it.
I think
for what
Fantasia's
it was.
Fantasia's very it's different than the other movies.
Yeah.
What's your favorite new Disney movie? I can't answer because I haven't seen huge amount of them.
I haven't seen all of them. Like I haven't seen Ray and the Last Dragon, which I've been told is
I'm
really
told that's good.
She got her coronation, I guess, about a couple months ago. But I think Moana is definitely up there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Moana's up there. I haven't watched more like the newer like live actions things. I feel like they're really hit or miss for me. I want to watch the new Peter Pan one.
New Peter Pan?
Yeah.
Okay. I really like Frozen. I really like Frozen.
I liked the second one. I feel like the sequel that they did with Frozen was like one of the only sequels that actually felt like it was its own idea and not just how can we redo this.
I like I like Frozen.
Oh, I really like Lion King. Lion King's a good one.
I can't watch the new one.
No, like
like
the
just
original
the
one.
okay.
I remember the Lion King video game, and my goodness, was that I thought that was a tough one. It was like on I can't remember what console's on, but it was an old one. We have it, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Someone pointed out to me that I haven't watched a lot of them, like repeatedly, but when Simba sings like I want to be like I can't wait to be king, that he doesn't fully understand what he's actually asking for, and I was like,
no.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
And that is sad.
Yeah, he gets it later. So be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's poison apple, but it's foil.
Is that the second poison apple you opened? In like the last couple minutes?
Might have been, yeah.
Alright, I do like One Jump. I'm not sure if it's like what I like more, the song or the card. But yeah, I like that one. I also remember playing that as a video game, the Aladdin video game. Yeah, there's an age difference between you and me.
I didn't play console though.
Okay, this is like
the two video games I remember playing. There was an X-Men one and a Bible one. That was the only two that we had for like original Xbox.
We didn't have Xbox. We had like Sega Genesis.
Oh, I did have a Sega. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I had Sonic and Echo for Sega.
But yeah, I remember the One Jump. Whenever you say One Jump, I picture it in the video game. Is that the third? You almost got a play set of poison apples.
It's really fitting. Come play princess against me. See what happens.
I think it just means that I gotta put poison apples all over the place in our make-believe world.
No, don't punish me for opening good cards.
Poison apple. I'm very curious after. So what? I'm very curious after to flip through everything that we opened and to see kind of what
is actually there and
what the distribution rate is. I guess.
Yeah.
How many of the like legendaries we got? I'd say how many of the enchanted ones we got, but so far it's one.
The one I wanted.
Sorry. Love Hades.
Yep.
Oh, I want him in the enchanted foil too. He's enchanted foil, is he? No, maybe he's not. Maybe I just want him to be. Maybe that one's wishful thinking. I might be wrong about that one.
Because there's... You know what? He might be.
Maybe he is. I thought he was. I'm going to check it later. I'm not going to check it now, but I'm going to check it later.
I can't remember. I mean, I remember the ones I wanted, which is Belle and Tinkerbell. Because they're in my
there's
decks.
Elsa and there's Maui.
Yeah.
There's a foil Hades.
Ooh.
Oh, he goes over here. Oh, and it just resorts them, but like,
yeah,
I'm gonna try to help out a little bit with that. We got Stitch Puppy. Break. Brandish chosen item. Speaking of Amanda's favorite tactic here, that's one that I guess I'm going to be looking for and holding on to.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what item in my deck that you would probably want to hit. Probably Eye of Fates was a powerful one.
The eyeballs, yeah, I can see, the eyeballs being a very powerful one.
Or like the necklace against songs, things like that. Those would be
The coconuts, I can see wanting to get rid of the coconuts.
You could consider the coconuts, yeah.
I can consider the coconuts, yep. Alright, messy
Mouse.
Yeah. Poor Mickey Mouse is a mess.
His head is like in his foot.
A frying pan, banish item chosen creature can't challenge during this turn. I think that's a neat one as far as banishing items. I think that'll be a good thing to be able to have too, just like making your opponent discard stuff.
100%. Ooh, that Tinkerbell foil is beautiful.
Opened a couple of her. I think she's the foil Tinkerbell is
I think it really brings like the magic to life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
are they calling them ink washed foils? Is that what they're calling them?
I actually don't know.
I think
I like that.
I like ink wash. Yeah, I think that's what they were calling them.
Okay. But yeah, I think item banish, especially where like most of the items are like renewable, like they're not. You don't have to.
Yeah, they stick around. You get to use them.
Yeah,
and I think those are the items that are totally worth playing. There
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a foil Ruby Moana.
Ooh.
Or Mickey's totally lost.
Yeah, there's no face.
Yeah.
There's no face.
Jafar. I really do like
this.
This
Is interesting.
Really do like this Rapunzel.
Yeah.
I guess it's the only Rapunzel in the set, isn't it?
This Jafar is interesting because he gets +1 power for each card in your hand. Which seems
you definitely want him in a card draw deck, which I mean purple is the one that has the most amount of card draw.
Or like with a whole new world where you can just draw up to 7.
Drop to 7, yeah.
And then use him for
yeah. Awesome Moana. Hades, great Hades.
Ooh. Captain of the Jolly Roger Hook. In foil. In ink touched?
Ink washed.
Ink wash.
I think that's what they're calling it.
Don't
I
wash
like
your
it.
cards at home.
I like ink wash as a name.
Yeah.
Hey, I do like him.
Yeah, it's a chicken. He's a dumb chicken though. It's great. I relate to him so much. He kept on falling off the boat in the movie.
That's fun. Oh look, Lilo and Stitch together. I feel that that's just perfect there. Lilo and Stitch together.
Adorable.
Adorable.
I really like the roller coaster song that they had.
For Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, in the movie, they have a really nice song. Cerberus. Underworld puppy. Always vigilant, always fierce, always fighting over the ball.
Is that what
It's literally what it
Oh,
says.
that makes him better.
Oh,
I love him.
What are good puppers? That's why you get 3 balls. How rude of Hades to not have 3 different balls for 3 puppers.
There's 3 faces on that
What
dog.
a terrible Hades. Oh, I just saw Hades. I'm so sorry.
Hades and Cerberus in the same pack. That also seems just like
legit.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! This is the one who says, oh!
I love her.
It's beautiful!
I love her. She goes in the sleeve.
Love her, let her go.
I love
Let her go to me.
I'm not letting her go. So that is 2 votes so far.
Ooh.
Very excited about that.
I love it.
I was freaking out about her and I kept saying, Josh, you really want her? And he's like, we'll see if we can
We'll
find
see.
her for you. I found her for me.
Yes, you did. The princess saves herself.
I love her. She's
Yeah.
great. Okay, I'm happy now.
Are you
We're
good?
done.
We're
I'm
done?
done.
You're-
Yep. We can stop.
What about my bell? What do I want?
Sorry.
Don't mind.
All right, what do you think? Cut to the chase. Chosen creature gains rush this turn.
Are you good?
Okay, I'm glad I didn't stop.
I literally was about to answer your question. Rudely interrupted due to Elsa.
Look,
Oh my-
we're doing so well, I think. All of a sudden, like, I was losing faith that there were any more in there. All of a sudden. Put them right in my corner.
Put them the wrong way.
Sorry.
too.
Did I put them the wrong way?
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, I did. There we go. Okay, sorry, what do you think I cut to the chase?
I think you already cut to the chase with your Elsas.
Yeah.
What does it do with... You literally so distracted me. Oh, right. They can That's not how it goes. But this is why I don't sort them. I just open them and set them.
Why do you think it got to the chicken?
I like
goodness.
it. I like the cards. I think having the ability to just do rush, which is nice. You can tell, like, make your opponent do the rush.
We're jealous of all the fun you're having.
I know. It's kind
Look, I opened 2 houses right after each other.
What?
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's very
She's
exciting.
my sister.
Oh, her. I love her so much. I don't have her in a deck yet, but now
Now you're going to. You're gonna build an Elsa deck, aren't you?
I am now. You're welcome. All right.
Yes.
Fresh new files. Okay. Sergeant Tibbs.
Ooh.
For some reason, I just. Oh, is that a double Simba pack? Nice.
Yes.
2 times Simba.
I'm sorry, you like Sergeant Tibbs?
Every time I see his name, I just have to smile because Sergeant Tibbs being a cat is cute. I'm not a cat person. No, you're right.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
You like Sergeant Tibbs?
I like Sergeant Tibbs' name. Sorry, we didn't
But
get to.
everybody wants to be a cat. Because a cat is the only cat that knows where it's at.
I'm a dog person.
I'm a cat person. This is why.
I got nothing to say about that on camera.
Yeah. On camera. You see that? On camera.
Second we stop, I got something to say about that.
That's the only fault I have in your eyes, though. Right? Like,
I'm so allergic to cats.
no. I'm so sorry.
I was around a cat once and it honestly looks like eyes pulled it so bad it looked like I had been punched in the face. Like I'm just so allergic to cats.
Well, that Sergeant Tibbs is a pro-allergenic.
Is he hypoallergenic? As the hypoallergenic cat?
Yeah. Sergeant Tibbs reporting for duty. Do you know who he reports to duty to? The horse.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's the captain.
Yeah.
He's the sergeant. Yeah. Nope, that's
Have
good.
you not seen that movie?
What movie is it?
It was the Beauty and the Beast with the dogs. Hang on. No.
Beauty and the Beast with the dogs? Lady and the Tramp? Yeah, okay.
There's
It was a very long time since I've seen Lady and the Tramp. I
there
love
was
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp, and then
Beauty and the Beast but the dogs.
There's 3 movies that take place in the same, like, animal kingdom.
Okay.
Because there's also
Oh my goodness, we're doing so good about the end here.
Oh,
We're doing so good at the end here. Okay.
Genie on the job. Only character with evasive
Sleep him.
Okay. Interrupted. You can't play interrupts in this game.
It is a good thing to display the fact that as soon as you open something nice, you put a sleep on it.
You can't read it with a sleeve on it. When you play this character, you may return chosen character to their player's hand. It's very nice.
Alright.
I think we did our 3 wishes.
I'm glad we didn't stop when I said we can just stop now.
Was that actually an option?
No.
I was
We're
gonna
finish.
say, like...
Just saying, I'm eating my words.
Okay, good. Don't eat the cards. Getting full again.
Rapunzel. I do like the art too with her like using her hair as like
Yeah.
got some good movement in it.
Ooh, a foil captain. The Aristocats one. Aristocats is also what's fun too.
That's
It's all about cats, though, so you probably haven't.
I haven't seen it.
And 101 Dalmatians is what they're really into.
Love 101 Dalmatians. That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh goodness, Pongo.
Prince Eric. I like the artwork chosen for this one. With like that storm behind him and he's backlit. And
Yeah. A lot of I don't think we've seen this Captain Hook, really ruthless pirate.
I opened 1 or 2 of them, but I haven't seen
Yeah.
a huge amount of them.
7 cost, 5/5, lore 2. He has rush, and while this character is exerted, opposing characters evasive gain reckless. They can't.
So
Interesting.
that's
Yeah, I like that.
um
That's another way around evasive.
Yeah, I like that. There's another Rapunzel. Good, it's good. We've opened a couple of Rapunzels.
Yeah,
That's good.
I think. No, that's itchy.
So what are the 2 or 3 cards that like you're chasing for your deck then?
Fancy Belle.
That's fair, but like
Tamatoa. I really like.
The blue one?
Yeah. But I think in terms of like support cards, my goodness. Totally lost the name. Develop your brain. I like that.
What
Just
about the coconuts?
staple.
The coconut feels
Coconuts,
like
yeah.
a one that you need
I
there.
like the coconut. I really like the coconut. And the shell? Oh my goodness. why can I
Ursula's?
Not Ursula, no. The one that you can play. Oh, the fishbone.
Fishbone.
Which I've only opened one of. The fishbone quill. That one I think
I've opened a
is
couple.
staple.
There's a couple in here, yeah.
That one I feel like is a staple for Blue Ramp.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ooh, pretty Elsa. Ooh, pretty Stitch.
Are you playing all the items available in your
Just about.
colors?
Like I'm not playing like Musketeer Tabard.
Well,
Like that.
in your colors.
Yeah, that's
That's not
steel
your
and
colors.
blue.
Oh, you're doing steel blue?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
doing steel blue.
Steel blue princesses?
No, those are my items.
Oh, items, okay.
Yeah. Steel blue items. Item ramp, I guess. But I also want to just build a Peter Pan hook deck because I
That's
I
fair.
love Peter Pan. It's my
Peter
favorite
Pan,
movie.
Hook, Tinkerbell?
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
Like, you know,
If you had to build around one movie, what would it be?
Peter Pan.
I guess that answers that. No?
I do like Belle and Marie, yeah, but then I have to include Gaston. I don't want to. So, no, it would be Peter Pan.
It would be Peter Pan?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because I would include... Well, Aladdin might be fun, too, because you have the
thinking
scimitar, you have a
Aladdin.
whole new
Yeah. I
world.
was thinking Aladdin.
Ooh, another Tamatoa. I like Tamatoa. He is great. He's beautiful.
Well, Hades.
Yeah. I'm shocked. I feel like we did well with those enchanted foils.
Yeah, with how rare they're being, I was wondering if it would be like one a
Yeah.
box, or if it, but it's one every couple boxes. It looks like, or at least from what we've been opening.
Magic Mirror is interesting for Amethyst. So you can exert, pay for, draw a card.
Yeah,
So it can be expensive, but with
I think it's expensive, but I do think at that point in time,
Yeah.
if you don't have anything else to do with your ink, it is a nice option to be able to draw cards. And so I do think it's expensive, but I do think late game it's got some a
worth it.
little more potential. Yeah.
Ooh, a foil Hades. Fancy foil, but still a foil.
So Mickey.
And the other thing too that I've been noticing is that the centering, like the quality control on these, look really nice too.
I've been flipping through them too fast to notice, but that's good. That's good to note.
I guess it's just trained eyes that I'm so used to looking at.
One a lot,
Yeah.
and Mulan. I do like this Peter Pan.
You know,
he just
I
looks
might-
so. He just looks so
Yeah.
happy. Yeah,
So happy.
so happy.
I might build a deck around like Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid and Aladdin is kind of what I was
You've
thinking.
got-
yeah.
you have a lot of just like
Yeah.
themeable things.
Little Mermaid and Aladdin is kind of what.
But I think I
was
definitely want to build one around Peter Pan because I'm gonna do a Peter Pan costume.
thinking. That's fair. I think I'm gonna. What you're dressing up as Belle on Sunday?
Yeah.
I'm gonna dress up as Maleficent.
I thought you said you wanted to do Tinkerbell.
I was gonna do Tinkerbell, and then Kristen told me she found Maleficent horns, and I have a black dress, so now I'm gonna go as Maleficent. It might change by Sunday. I got like 3 days out.
Okay. Love that. Yeah. No. I'm gonna do Peter Pan.
I'm so indecisive.
Yeah. You are. Yeah.
Who's it collector?
What? Who's it?
Who's it collector?
Oh.
Ariel.
Oh,
Ariel.
I was like,
Who's it
what are
collector?
you reading? Yeah. Here is a
You want
trivia question.
thingamabobs? I got 20.
That was my. I literally was like, hey, how many thingamabobs does Ariel say she has?
20. It's right on the card. I knew that before cheating, but
Did you?
I always say I have plenty when I sing the song, so no, I might have said plenty. I got the words wrong.
Oh, that's okay.
I do like that Friends on the Other Side. I really like Friends
Oh,
on the Other
I
Side.
love it. It's great.
It's a good,
yeah.
the draw 3, it's good.
Yeah. I like the artwork. Yeah, it takes 3 to sing, but you draw 2. The cards with tab.
I do like this, the foil.
Taka, yeah.
Taka. I like it with the foil and like the red burning on
She
the
is the
inside.
volcano, which I was surprised you haven't watched the movie because you put us against volcanoes in D&D.
Volcanoes are great.
Yeah. You might want to watch it for
I'm
inspiration.
gonna, yeah, can I come over and watch your Disney movie?
Sure.
Sweet. Oh, there's a foil. Okay.
Foil Peter
The way that the ropes are there, it makes me think he has wings. Look at it. Kind of makes it
like butterfly.
Yeah, you're never gonna unsee that. But I saw that, I was like, hey, it looks like dragonfly wings. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, no, I love it. Faith, trust, and pixie dust. And dragonfly wings.
Just in time, the genie.
Genie's really fun.
I do like genie.
I was thinking about building like an evasive deck with like Genie being like the bomb in it. Because I think Genie is one of those cards where like I think he's really good, but you have to figure out how to work up to him.
He costs 8. That's fair. He's I mean, just because he costs 8, he's a late game play.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, there's another fishbone quill. Ooh, the Queen Amethyst in one whole pack. That's
you know what? This one had 3 of the same rarity.
Ooh,
Isn't that nice?
It feels good because a booster box is 24 packs in it rather than
24 packs in it,
30 or
and
36.
there's been a decent amount of packs that have been open where it's like a 3 rare pack, which is nice. There's the Elsa.
Which one? Oh, the one
the
Elsa.
The Elsa, just not the Elsa.
No.
All right. Do you think there's another ink foil or enchanted foil in there?
I wanted her to be.
I want there to be 2. Simba and Hades and Captain Hook.
There is part of your world. Fun. I like it. She's on human legs. But return a character card from your discard to your hand. Words are hard.
Struggling?
I am, yeah.
What's at the end there?
I know.
That's a good pack. I mean, Rapunzel, and by good pack, I mean, I love Katie's puppy.
The doggo.
Rapunzel and Doggo.
Yeah.
Foil Doggo, who, always fighting over the ball.
Yep.
I want to go watch that movie now.
It is a foil Elsa.
You like that, Elsa? Toa.
What is this mess?
It's better than this mess where I'm throwing my packs.
I have yet to miss.
Really? You're just so neat and tidy. We'll take a picture of this later.
Okay. So does that mean that I'm winning?
Well, it looked.
You said this was a competition, but you didn't set the parameters. It says competition.
Cleanliness competition?
Yeah.
Seriously, cleanliness competition?
I don't know.
So when I saw the Cheshire Cat, I like spoiled. I really liked it.
Yeah.
When this character is challenged and banish the challenging character, I do really like that. Yeah, it's got to be challenged though. So I mean, you just keep tapping it for lore, and eventually somebody's gonna swing into it, which banishes them too. I like it. Death touch.
Essentially, yeah. Which allows you to feel like you have the upper hand because you can just lore rush with Cheshire Cat.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you going to do? You're going to challenge me? Go for it.
There's a couple Blitz decks that I've seen, and Green seems to have it, and the Amber starter deck seems to definitely be a Blitz deck. You just want to go hard fast.
Yep.
And hope that you get ignored early enough that you get there halfway there quick enough that
Lady Tremaine, which is interesting. She does a Do It Again, which is the name of a card as well. When you play this character, you may return an action card from your discard to your hand, and there's an action card called Do It Again. Ooh, a fancy wardrobe.
All right, don't open that last pack.
Okay,
we're gonna open them at the same time.
Cool.
I do like. I think that is an auto include in any.
Yeah. In any blue deck.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, last 2 packs.
You want the Elsa one?
Sure.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right. I got a flower.
Got philosophies.
I got a scar.
Philosophies? Wow. He's got a sword.
Timon.
Control your temper.
Dr. Facilier.
Friends on the other side.
Oh, they go together. Look at that.
Ooh.
Megara.
Mickey Mouse.
Aladdin.
Drake.
Your Bell.
My bell. Tigger.
Good card. You've
Yep.
forgotten me.
Pascal.
Beast.
Cheshire Cat.
Hook.
LeFou.
Just in time. Oh, 2 just in time.
Ooh. Mickey Mouse and Duke of Wesselton.
So thank you very much for joining us for opening for our first Lorcana set.
Yeah.
I guess more to come. Thank you.
Exciting. Thanks, guys.